Hi everybody. So I have a question for you. When life feels unreal, is it depersonalization that could be your problem? So what is depersonalization? Well, it's a psychological phenomena and it's a dissociative symptom where an individual could feel this profound sense of detachment from themselves. So imagine going through your day, but instead of feeling really engaged with your actions, your emotions, and your thoughts, it's as if you're watching yourself from the outside, like almost being a character in a movie. So this sensation can be incredibly surreal, with people often describing it as feeling like they're in a dream or that their life is happening in slow motion. Now, when someone experiences depersonalization, their sense of self and awareness of being here and in the present moment is disrupted. So they feel like they're a stranger to themselves. They are detached from their thoughts, from their body, from their emotions. And it may seem like the world around them may not seem real, or it's a bit distant, or it could even be distorted. And what it does is it leads us to this feeling of total disconnect, not just from others, but actually from our own identity and from any of the experiences that we've been experiencing, or our lived experiences. So I often have my clients say to me that it's like looking in a mirror, but I feel as though the reflection isn't truly me, or they might go through the motions of daily life, like working, eating, interacting, but they're not present. So it might be like you're having dinner with someone, but you're just not there. And, that could lead to a feeling of being totally disconnected. And it really affects our identity, who we are, who we become. And it really affects our sense of reality. So when does depersonalization happen? Well, it emerges, actually, it's a defense mechanism. It's just how our body will deal with overwhelming emotional pain. And when a person encounters an intensely stressful situation, a anxiety-inducing situation, or it might be coming up, so you're anticipating that this is going to be a real anxiety-driven, like you're seeing family, or you've got to go to an event, you have this emotional impact because this event is coming up. So what dissociation does is it acts as a protection buffer. It allows us to distance ourselves from our immediate emotional turmoil. So if we broke it down further, it's like a defense of the trauma that we've either had and experienced and may re-experience. That often happens with family situations where you know that you're going into a situation that could potentially be really stressful, and it can become very overwhelming for the brain to process and integrate, so it shuts down. And we may also depersonalize when we have a chronic stress or a chronic anxiety, like a situation that arises, like an argument or a sudden shock of information, and the body and the mind is just in an alert state. It also can be brought on by emotional overwhelm. So having a really intense emotional feeling like grief, anger, shock, sadness. And it's rather automated. The response just happens in the brain. And we manage to then feel like we need to just move away from, okay? And that's what depersonalization does. Now, if this resonates with you today and you feel like, oh my goodness, that's probably what I do, please get in touch. Come and speak with us, book a consultation with us, and I can talk more through it. We work with depersonalization with our clients in our trauma recovery method program, and we allow them to explore their triggers, where it comes from. We're all about working in our past and looking at what was the past trauma and uncovering the root cause, so that we can move from the past to the now and have an engaging future. And that's really, really important. So I hope that you found today's talk on depersonalization interesting. We could talk about this for hours, but in a nutshell, for you to use this information, when do you depersonalize? Is it during certain events, situations, locations, people, etc.? And how do you deal with this depersonalization? So if you want to find more, just click on the link below and set up a consultation with us. Have a super cool day. Bye.